Okay, well, what we will just chat here briefly tonight on one of the things that I would encourage you to do, as I have been over the years, is for you to on a regular basis be teaching, and that positions you in whatever market or sub niche that you're in as an educator, right? So, if you are the expert, you can go in as the expert, meaning that you know just about everything there is to be known, and that you are probably top at the top end of the niche when it comes to knowledge about it. But that may not be where you are, and that's a hard position to be in anyway. Regardless, everybody can be an educator. Everybody can inform the people in their market or niche who are listening to them of things that are new, things they should be doing. So everybody can be an educator, and I'll talk a little bit about that tonight. As a quick reminder, we have released one AI, and I think I spelled that wrong. It's one AI video per day. And you can get that at the plrshow.com/OAI VPD. And if you're an insider and you're watching this, you can get it at the plrshow.com/insider OAVPD. And becoming an educator in the niche is really ultimately about getting permission or uh, building the right to share your offer, right? So it's a way for you to promote in your share. So in other words, while you're sharing, you should be promoting. While you're sharing, while you're teaching, while you're showing people, you should be promoting. In some cases, you may do it subtly. In other cases, you're going to be doing directly. Now, either way, there's always a way for you to be promoting in what is your sharing. And one thing that Dan Kennedy says, and I agree with, that when we talk about what you should be sharing, it shouldn't just be anything, but it should really be something news or novel. It doesn't always have to be business. It could be something that's personal. It just needs to be new. And so if you're going to be sharing on a regular basis, well, that means then that what you share should give people a reason that they have to tune in, right? So if you're just kind of regurgitating the same thing that everybody else is saying, they don't have to tune in for that. And people tend to go where, they want to. But if you give them a reason to show up every, if you come once a week or if you go every day, people will have a reason to listen to you. And you can do that in a written format. And what I'm talking about here is just some people call it content marketing. Uh, I think whatever you want to call it is fine. What's important is that it happens and that you're sharing on a regular basis, and that within that sharing, you're promoting. So, when you do a blog post, you're going to give people some information that, maybe maybe they've not read before. And then they come across your blog and they learn something new, or they trip over in search. And all of a sudden, you're teaching or you're showing them something they haven't learned or they haven't seen, right? So you can do all of that through your written content. Some people these days like to use a newsletter, and either way is fine. And newsletters, sometimes what you can do is you can monetize the entire newsletter, right? You can just give people access to what it is you're doing or what it is you're writing about on a regular basis. There is that model. Substack and Beehive will allow you to do a paid newsletter, right? And so there's value in that. You can also do audio. And this is probably the one that I like best, mainly because I can listen to your audio and I can be doing something else at the same time, right? So audio is good for a certain part of your listening audience. You need to put that audio PLR, or I'm sorry, that audio session on YouTube, right? Even if you're going to put it on Spotify and some of the other podcast hosts, right? So we should have audio. We should have some written content what we're sharing. We should have some audio content we're sharing. And I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm not talking about all the social media elements this time. What I am talking about is these basic kind of fundamental ways of being able to promote your offers or your business in what it is that you're teaching your customers. So yes, this is you know you do need to have written, you need to have audio, and naturally you can also be sharing by video. That can work also. So uh, all three of these things work together. And if possible, I do think you need to have them all. You should have a blog that you share on a regular basis. You should have some kind of audio that you're sharing, right? You can just kind of put it into your, your podcast host, or put it on YouTube, and then video on a regular basis. Now, I'm going to show you one of the slide presentations that we give people when they get our one video per day. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you're going to do, let's say, video every day, uh, excuse me, one of the challenges is, what do you do the video about? And so what we suggest is that, you take one of these videos in one AI video per day and just teach on the subject. And so when we give you a contextual slide, it starts with something that was done at a specific point in the video. So this is near the beginning of the video. And basically what we're doing is we're teaching a customer, we're teaching your audience, or we're allowing you to teach your audience what it means to have Camtasia and what it means to use the AI in Camtasia. You can look at the transcript and it'll be pretty easy to follow. But even if you don't want to look at the transcript and you just want to talk through these slides, you can. This is what a potential slide would be. This slide, you'll see me clicking on the audio effects area. And then this slide, you'll see me dragging and dropping the AI noise, um, the noise optimization. And the reason for doing this one particular slide, or this one particular element, is uh, anything that you can do to make your life easier. And sometimes when you don't have to think about, how you're going to come up with this daily content, that makes it easy, right? So basically, you would just get this slide presentation, and you would just talk through these points, and you would talk through them contextually. They're done in order. So you see me dragging and dropping the AI creator down to the timeline, and then also you'll see that at some point Camtasia will tell you that the effect is added. So you drag it down to the timeline, the effect is added, and then you have an element on your timeline where noise is being removed, but you can adjust it. And so again, so notice you're giving a visual. All you're really doing is talking through the points, right? So you'll probably have to know it well enough to do that. But this is what a video is. Whether or not you do it recorded or live, you can do it. You just take your slides and you go straight to where it is you're going to be broadcasting. And this is where I was talking about Audiate, which is a paid application. And then also I introduced people to the dynamic caption. Now again, you'd have this same slide presentation. I think this is going to drip in maybe 2 days, right? Maybe 2 days from now. And you would just kind of take it. And again, you'd be talking through each of these points, right? Dragging and dropping the element down to the timeline. And then you see there are dynamic captions on the video, right? So that when it's rendered, those dynamic captions are actually going to be there, right? And so again, every time you get one of these contextual slides presentations, it's designed to make it easy for you to do your own presentation. You can also set this to an AI, right? You can have an AI do all of these, and you can kind of strategically place these slides at intervals inside the video and just let the AI do the script reading. And you could take you could take the transcript that we gave you and let the AI read that, and then let these videos play on a loop. Right. So we talked about clicking on this word, and then you'll see there that um, the transcript is visible. So the slide presentation will show. So again, each of these slide presentations that we give you, we just kind of pick out the key moments, and then put it into a format that makes it easy for you to teach. Now, just about anybody could probably look at what's happening on screen and describe it. Right? That's really all you need to do. And so if you don't have your own video ideas, then again, that really is what one AI video per day is designed to do. And you don't even have to do it in order, right? You can if you do them out of order, then that's less of an opportunity or less of a chance someone else will kind of know what you're doing. So again, our one AI video per day program, you can get that at the plrshow.com/OAI VPD, right? So and then if you're an ultimate insider, you can get it at the plrshow.com/insider OAI VPD. And so one AI video per day is the one PLR video dropped every day about the latest trends in AI. For example, tonight, what I did was WordPress AI, which is coming up. So you can just take one of those slide presentations. You can take the companion audio, and basically what you're doing is you're creating that daily content in order to position you as an educator. And this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in an offer. I should have had this offer ready, where it's basically going to be one podcast per day, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put that together, even though I probably should have had that 12 days ago when I started this. I may try to catch you up. So maybe the folks who decide to get one AI podcast per day as a complement to one AI video per day, then you will have it. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Okay, everybody. Well, this is a lot shorter than 30 minutes. I knew I wasn't going to again continually go over. I like to try to keep these down to 30 minutes. And so with that, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all hanging out with me here. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.